About 100 fifth graders from Emmett Middle School went to Sagehen Reservoir in May to learn about natural resources in a rare field trip to the mountains. The kids learned about water, wildfire, orienteering, wildlife, fishing, and plants during the 2-day education event. An overarching lesson is about the care-share land stewardship ethic and multiple-use land management. That is, if everyone shows respect for other users, we can care for the land and share it for generations to come. The Idaho Rangeland Resource Commission provides the educational materials for the event, and Forest Service professionals teach the kids about natural resources.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for our 5th grade students to come up here and be a part of nature, enjoy the mountains, as well as an opportunity for them to learn in a kind of a real-world setting.
At the watershed station, a Forest Service official explains how rivers work in the mountains with a big sandbox. The kids learn about erosion, stream dynamics, and stream velocity. The kids could form their own stream, locating trees and rocks along the way. Talk about hands-on learning. At the plant identification station, the kids learn about different kinds of plants that grow in the mountains. The Idaho Rangeland Commission provides field notebooks and a color plant guide.
It's amazing how we reach a lot of kids just by paying attention to the leaf shapes and starting to really think about the different types of plants that are in an area like this. And how different animals use them. I mean, this is a renewable resource, and understanding and appreciating what's around them is a big part of it.
The Rangeland Commission has been working with 5th grade teachers to ensure that what the kids learn in the field fits into Idaho educational standards.
Oh, they love this. We've been doing it for the past 3 years, and each year we're developing a little bit more tighter into the curriculum, and they love it. We spend most of the year going through the science standards and teaching the content for Idaho science standards. And then what we do here is we tie in the same standards to give them an on-field experience to really explore the same standard. So where we have plant identification, one of our standards says photosynthesis and talking about the process and how the cellular structure works with the plant. So out here they can actually use that knowledge now to identify different features of the plant and how they'll use that to grow. So it gives them a chance to put hands on what we're doing in the classroom.
The Edible Aquifer Station is a fun one for the kids because they get to build a groundwater aquifer in a clear plastic cup using different kinds of candy to show rock, sand, and water layers. And then they get to eat the candy afterwards. At the fire station, the kids learn about wildfire. They learn what makes fires burn via the fire triangle, and the kids learn about rangeland and forest management from matchstick forests by managing fuels.
On the tree, those matches are probably dead trees. These are probably alive trees.
This is my favorite one. I'm really excited about this one.
This guy's got a lot.
So what is that kind of moss gonna do for all the dead trees?
It's gonna burn the
Holy
sap.
smoke. Hey guys, so this one may not have as many trees as this one, but it has that connecting fuel, that ladder fuel that's gonna connect everything through the top. Is it clearer here? Do you think there's a lot of connecting stuff around here? Not really right here, but what if we went that way 100 feet?
Oh, yeah.
At the wildlife station, the kids tried to identify animals from skulls and other wildlife signs in the forest.
Coyote?
How about black bear?
What?
Black bear. This is a smaller size black bear.
There he is.
These guys actually like to graze on grass. They really like to pull up on dandelions and the weeds that come up in their lawn. They like to eat dandelions, all kinds of stuff like that.
At another station, the kids learned that cattle grazing in the forest come into Sagehen Reservoir campgrounds to get a drink of water. Having cows in a campground can be upsetting to campers. The kids broke into groups to debate the issue. One boy suggests that if the cows come into your campsite, they should pay for it.
Do we think that if they do, then they should just pay for our camping spot? Or pay for us to clean up the stuff?
picking on you.
First of all, we were here first. We provide feed. We also fertilize the forest and keep it, and we don't let it get overgrown, so you can camp.
The environmentalists chimed in.
Actually, technically, the animals were here before you.
So getting the kids to kind of think about those different perspectives, even if they have a preference, they role play really well. And they start, talking through some of these issues. And there's room for everybody. It's just trying to understand and having a little bit of respect for the other users.
All in all, it was a productive 2 days of education about natural resources issues for the 5th graders. The kids even learned how to cast a line and catch fish, and they got to roast marshmallows and eat s'mores. The field trips were mutually beneficial because both the Forest Service and the Rangeland Commission want to teach kids more about nature close to home.
Working with the Forest Service, they approached them as school district about getting the kids out in the woods. There's a whole initiative with the Forest Service to get kids out and learn more about where they live. The Rangeland Resource Commission really wants people to understand where they live and understand the users around the communities they live. It's a great opportunity. We're an hour away from the school, and most of these kids have never been here. It's a beautiful campground.
The Idaho Rangeland Resource Commission provides educational resources to teachers throughout the state. It's a key part of the Commission's mission. The lesson plans are designed to fit into Idaho education standards for different grade levels for K through 12 students.
We have classroom materials that are ordered for free, but the teachers have to request. The beauty is that they get an exposure, but really having them come out and do these type of things is really what we want.
Ultimately, the objective is for the kids to learn how to be stewards of the land, keying off the care-share concept.
The overall theme of the whole experience is to become a good steward of Idaho. This is our state. We love this state, and it's so valuable in its resources. And there's a lot of people who enjoy different activities, whether they're ranchers or ATV or campers or fishers or even just conservationists. We have a beautiful state, and so the idea behind this is at the end of every station there's a wrap-up and a connection to sharing and caring for our land so it can continue in its beauty and its resources for future generations.
Teachers can download classroom and field trip materials from the Rangeland Commission website or request them from Gretchen Hyde. Contact Gretchen at ghyde@idrange.org.